Bloom forever against SHUTON.
These two players coming out, and we have to talk about the performance that Bloom has put down recently on his player record. I believe we were talking about before, one of the few, maybe only European player that has a positive record against Pluto at the moment.
You don't have to rub it.
I mean, I gotta say it, because this young talent, you don't get young talent like this very often, and with a character that has such low representation, the only one really, the only notable one that we could really highlight is Lima over in the United States.
Indeed.
So seeing Bloom really come out and also have fun with the game, because I know that Bloom loves to play Pokemon Trainer, has played the random button plenty of times in tournament, but of course that tried and true Bayo is going to be the mainstay for Bloom's lineup and the most results that Bloom has been able to get with the character. But it's also that unique approach that Bloom takes with a character like Bayo. I'm more also interested to see how this is going to play into the matchup versus SHUTON's Olimar.
And we talked about that matchup knowledge before, the way both players actually maybe not know about, well, the character themselves and the player afterwards, because you said it, the way Bloom plays is kind of different from Lima, for example, in the US. And SHUTON himself being one of the only more player in Japan and who moved into Europe now, it's going to be quite tough for both players. Now, however, you talked about the way Bloom is actually moving recently out of country. The first tournament he did out of country was, if I'm correct, Colossal this summer. So that was the first time he moved out, and maybe that lack of experience can actually play against him, because we know on the other hand that SHUTON is one of those players, Japanese players, who moved the most in the one we have today.
And SHUTON's traveled a lot too, has a lot of history, is a veteran too in the scene. But the change up in playstyle, when TK was here, we were talking about it, because at the beginning of Ultimate, I have to say, SHUTON wasn't as aggressive as we're seeing SHUTON today. And sharking with those up Bs, getting those up airs right afterwards, literally chasing you down with a character like Olimar could be absolutely terrifying. But it also trickles down to Bloom. Does he have the Olimar experience that, unfortunately, we didn't see from Raflo?
Again, I'm not sure. He can maybe adapt to it during the set, and that's why you're kind of happy to have this matchup coming in with a best of 5, sorry, not a best of 3. But I'm not sure he has the matchup knowledge from the get-go. So he's going to have to train for this. On the other hand, you talked about the aggressiveness of SHUTON, and I'm sorry, I was thinking about this little astronaut being carried by 2 pink Pikmin every time, just jumping in your face. This is like a Valkyrie we have here. And every time I'm going to see him, I will have that song, you know, da 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 da.
As he's chasing you down with the Pikmin.
As he's chasing you down with all the Pikmins in
guiding the army of Pikmins.
I'm going to get to come here for your head. So yeah, I'm going to expect this a lot. However, in that specific matchup, I don't see him going for this, because we know how Bayonetta loves to have her opponent in the air to punish it with those anti-air, those side Bs, those side Bs on the terrain and in the air are perfect shots, have a good priority overall and can connect perfectly. Yeah, oh yeah, that's right! Yo, you don't see it already on screen, but there's actually a secondary you didn't talk about for Bloom, and that's his Mii Brawler, man!
Is Mii Brawl? I was talking about how Bloom loves to have fun, has a plethora of characters that I know Bloom has worked with, by the way, and Mii Brawler... Hey.
Look at the way he's going in.
He's actually going in right now.
His fancy clothing now.
You know what? I actually have a thought. I wonder, do the specific clothes extend your hurt box?
No,
or no?
that
okay. That's why I was like,
Do you imagine going for the top hat is going to just annoy you later on? That's also
you'll have like a big head that everybody could kick?
Tell me if I'm wrong, but I think that's something they changed between Smash 4 and Smash Ultimate. Couldn't you change actually the hate and the hate of your character before?
You're not going to believe me, but to have a nice, beautiful, perfect square roster, I have no Miis on the setup, so you're asking the wrong person. Listen, I have to be honest here, come on. But we do have a few Miis that I've witnessed back in my region. I know Sabrick really had practiced the character for quite some time. Now seeing Bloom taking out the character here. The different matchup, though, it isn't just the Olimar that is changed out of here.
There's a word where they're going straight back at it, sorry, because there's always a word when you pick a Mii Brawler, you always show the opponents your moves before going in, like just like a game check. Check button. But yeah, this didn't happen actually, and SHUTON went for the Paramitra here.
Paramitra in this matchup. Already very interesting with the way that things have opened up here, finding the way to actually close in that gap after trying to send out that side B.
trying to go for the back here, but good DI on the side of SHUTON, not getting caught by this, and you can see already the good projectiles on the side of Bloom are going to be annoying for the recovery of SHUTON. I can see exactly why he used those moves now. But if you are facing a good sword like this, you're going to lack a lot of range, and that's maybe something SHUTON wants to play around.
Because he's got that range here too. Now swapping over to the mid throw. Oh, he knew. He just wanted to wait too long.
To bounce, okay, getting not the second hit of the up B here and getting saved because of this. But you can see how he's kind of tense because he's known that at 133%, the next hit of that sword is going to be fatal. He needs to find a few more connections if he wants to get a kill on his side.
Single hit into the grab here too. The cannonball is also so scary in general.
Yes. Recovery-wise, because of the way the recovery goes for SHUTON and Pyramithra, it's actually a good tool for edge guarding. You can see him going for them again. Using
the change-up,
I love it!
On this fly, the change-up that we just saw from SHUTON right there possibly avoided that cannonball, and as he drops down, he lands with that hitbox at 167. They're going to take that first off.
Oh my goodness, that foresight saving is out.
Yeah.
Because 23% already. Finding okay with the good back here was perfect. He was in a dire situation, and you can know how the damage can ramp up quickly with a mid-thrust. So yeah, good call by Bloom forever here, finding good back and resetting the whole situation. Finding a good confirm here again with that up B, but however, getting into a dire situation and getting punished for this by SHUTON.
Try to do that up beyond that platform, but you already know, especially with the mid throw, you're going to be able to close in that gap so quickly. Swapping over immediately to the parallel, you got the down tilt, trying to go for those up airs. The air dodge coming in from Bloom just in case. He also has the legend invincibility for some insurance, but off of that parry, that's a lot of damage from that jab coming in from SHUTON.
Again, and going for a good up the hand to reach the plate, the ledge quickly, and you can see that he feels at ease on that ledge. While we were talking about that danger of that projectile from the side of Blue Forever.
Let's get that grab. Trying to keep SHUTON off stage so bad, but it's every single time that cannonball is yeeted in SHUTON's direction, you see that SHUTON is ready, whether it be the high recoveries or even the swap off.
He's actually not scared of it at all, and that's interesting because I really thought it was going to be a good tool in that specific matchup. Going for a dash attack is not going to be punished, but look at those shields. Those are skittles we have now.
I'm scared. Right there, 145.
Oh, good catch!
The landing right there. Beautiful patience too. Just a shark underneath SHUTON and wait to see where he's gonna land.
Yes, again, catching, I think, a drop shoot for a jump on the side of SHUTON and punishing it with that up B was perfect. A little commit from the side of Bloom Forever, but a huge profit later on. So perfect. However, here, the good up B, we've seen him spam that moves on ledge up to now, finally going for the stage one ending, and ending the stock with that.
And then whether it be to avoid the cannonballs to go for high recovery, now you have the opportunity with the mid thrower out at early percent to actually make sure that you rack up as much damage as possible. Going for a little cheeky recovery, that definitely scared me as he sent himself on stage, but he was able to reverse the situation and get right back.
Yeah, but look at the percents already. He did reverse the situation, but for a few seconds. Good tech here. He was again going to down. Oh, he slapped! He slapped on the recovery, and SHUTON just going to die here with that up B. Again, Bloom Forever went and pulled that trigger at the perfect time. He knew that he wasn't scary up to now. We've seen him go for those projectiles up to now from the stage, forcing, well, SHUTON in a state where he was, yeah, okay, he's not going to get after me. And in the end, when he was not expecting it, he went there for that up B and got the kill.
Yeah, what was nice is that we saw it just like maybe once or twice, but like you said, it wasn't the initial setup that he was going for in terms of contesting him in the air.
Yes.
He stayed more grounded, throwing out those cannonballs instead. And when it mattered the most, that's really good here on Bloom. I saw the venue light up brighter than I've probably seen it so far, and it's great. The crowd rallying behind Bloom right now. Bloom does have his mom. He has his Mama Bloom out in the field too, just giving him some of that extra family energy in the crowd.
Yes, as you said, his mom in there, and she's the only one coming from the UK. Maybe next time we have a huge UK crowd, because this is not the one you need to meet in the European scene. For now, already on a good advantage, going for the dash attacks, going for those options on ledge, and yes, that neutral on landing is safe. You need to be wary of it. You can't punish it and maybe with a good foresight of a parry.
Charging him with these up airs, chasing him all the way down before ending things when he lands with that rapid jab. Going at a side angle from that down smash. Trying to wait. The rising nair here too, scooping it up with the dash attack. The swap up again, just in case. SHUTON answers back from that cannonball real quick.
Yes, again, the cannonballs, and again, when I think about it, this is not a tool to kill, this is just to condition him into those options, into those quick air dodge, and maybe later on he will incentivize him. For now, he doesn't even need to, because look at the stage control, he's there, while SHUTON just has so many issues to get back on the terrain. Where are we going to see maybe an Olimar later on?
Sometimes seeing that up B coming in from Bloom looks a little funny. It's almost like he's taking a book from Asimo's book, actually.
Yeah.
Page from his book, just so that way he could do that. His own little Shoryu. Gets that grab, though. 147 in favor for SHUTON.
And we've seen how before in kind of his advantage situation, in panic option, Bloom probably is going to use the roll out of all in. He's going to roll a lot. And if SHUTON takes note of it and try to punish them later on, and you see that he doesn't want to approach.
He doesn't want to approach because he knows. He knows even with just re-grabbing the ledger, look at the respect that Bloom has.
Good spacing here with the side B, forcing the shield and managing to get back. But the landing was bad on that platform. And you don't do that above Bloom Forever, who did catch already a few stocks with that up B. And that's the first time we've seen that side B.
And what's really nice to know is patience wears off. Love the high recovery above the ledge to have the active hitbox out to force SHUTON off. Catches him in the air with the up air from the Pyra.
Finally finding the kill, and already a good advantage from the side of SHUTON here, finding already 37%, resetting the odds and maybe taking good advantage fate, maybe prolonging it, extending it a bit more. However, losing the sword is maybe going to make it fatter for him. No, the second time, however, Bloom is there to punish it.
The SHUTON is so quick with these swaps sometimes just to avoid getting hit in the air, but it's his timing that it really is what's really impressive to see. Try to catch him with the nair, but the spot dodge from Bloom, going to avoid that, staying grounded.
And the dash attack that crossed up, he was there, SHUTON punished it, but wasn't expecting it. However, the shield got out quickly on the side of Bloom Forever, and you can see already the situation, why it seemed even up to now again. Bloom Forever has the control of the stage, has the control of the spacing, and man, he did manage to snipe him out.
Swap up too. He sniped him, and even though he didn't die, he still was able to throw out another one, but SHUTON avoided it again with the swap up this time to the Pyra.
Is out, and that's the issue I have, because for now, the same way with Asimo and his SHUTON, what I see is a full rage para. Never mind, we have a Mithra now.
Mithra out, 152. Look at the patience once again from Bloom. It's so intimidating. He's just waiting to see what SHUTON does by the ledge. SHUTON's almost egging him on to try to contest him.
Yeah, and you see that, well, I kind of understand now how SHUTON is working. Whenever he's in the disadvantage, he's going to swap for my Mithra. And whenever he can finally find a kill or have those options on the terrain, he's going to go for the Pyra to get a kill quickly. However, here he got caught again in a dire situation, swapping back into Mithra. And is he going to die now? Maybe good parry, but nothing later on. You can see him fishing and sharking from the ledge.
Slap right back over to Pyra. Yep, the jab, and especially with some of that extra range too. Gentleman's Dab's going to be able to do it here.
Good setup.
For that extra damage, already 40% off of that alone. The up B, and great answer, especially if you're stuck in the air right around Bloom.
And we're talking about the matchup knowledge, but can you seriously have matchup knowledge against a Mii brawler?
Be tricky a lot. We do see them commonly sometimes, but it could definitely be tricky. But the way that SHUTON has been able to avoid those cannonballs shows that he at least knows the timing to dodge that when he makes a swap out. Just hear the crowd going crazy, giving him some of this energy.
Yes,
so I'm trying to go for the grab right there.
Yes, you see that the setups he's trying to find are the same you would find after a good nerf from other characters going there into grab.
Oh, he got
but
the
good
reset.
juggle.
He got the reset. Oh! The inside of the stage instead to avoid that. You saw him try to go for the conversion into the up B.
Yeah, but again, the damage had been done and already a good advantage from the side of Bloom Forever here. If he does manage to connect that up B, who did one up to now, he can actually find a kill against SHUTON. Going 2-0 in that set would be perfect for him. However, here the sword, nothing going to connect later on. Dash attack again to get the stage control. Again, he's keeping his patience here. He's fishing for an option. Going for the all-in here and punishing with a good backer. Bloom Forever taking a second game out of SHUTON. You can see Mommy Bloom in the crowd. Oh, Mama Bloom is here. Mama Bloom in the crowd. The
shout out to Mama Bloom. Love the support from these parents. Love to see parents rally behind their kids, getting involved in esports here. And this is where you have to be, front row seats, to see Bloom currently sitting at match point against a player like SHUTON, by the way.
Hello, against SHUTON.
Like, let's highlight the accolades of this player right now, because when it came to all the other players in this bracket, we looked at Gluto, then we looked at Ken, we looked at SHUTON. SHUTON 3-0'd Raflo. SHUTON has an even, if not better, record against a lot of the other Japanese players, and he's done. He says, I'm putting this Pyramithra away.
However, there's a problem here, because we have a few mix-ups with Pyramithra where we are above Brawler, but with Olimar, who is so light, you can just die at 90% with Dota Beast.
It's time for the cannonball to break right through that glass helmet.
Oh my goodness, I want to see how exactly he's going to behave now. However, you can see already the purple Pikmin on the side of SHUTON is going to be quite useful in that Smasher going for a spike here.
Saw that Bloom was still stuck on the stage right there too, so that way he could help himself. Purple Pikmin on board. You see the whistle right before you can see what Bloom wants to do, because he's not overextending. He's literally happy to see dodging the cannonball, just barely scraping past that helmet.
Oh, that's cheating with that jab that didn't connect before the end of the jab, the flurry jab. You can see the percent already, but it doesn't mean anything as long as he doesn't find a grab. It's good. I mean, Blue Forever can actually, and that's going to be kind of troublesome because of the extended hitbox on those projectiles, he can actually dive if he's not wary of it.
Never heard a Pikmin get hit so hard before. Completely annihilated with one of those hits. Parry, he knew he wanted to get the grab after that parry, the spot dodge. What an answer back! Getting dumped. The crowd getting even louder.
My goodness, that good L smash in the face just sent a message to SHUTON.
The way that Brawler just also holds back, like with the way, kind of similarly to Mario, when you move back a little bit and send it forward. Now keeping SHUTON though by the ledge, gets that down tilt, trying to catch him up in the air with a nair.
Trading hits here and there again, but the overall percent trade-off was in the side of SHUTON here.
Oh, he caught the jump real quick with the fair, but didn't have the opportunity to have that Pikmin collide with Bloom.
Actually, he needs to be wary of a few things. He didn't take a lot of those hits with that purple Pikmin, and up to now we didn't see a punish from the side of SHUTON, but a good jab lock into a smash can be fatal for Bloom Forever here. Already at 140%. Again, this doesn't mean anything because he can just kill with a not be well placed against one on the platform. The next one can be fatal.
SHUTON keeps trying to land on top of Bloom, and it is not working out. Amazing angle, but he got the ledge invincibility. He tried to call out him being on the side of the platform. He still manages to do it again. If it doesn't work the first time, you gotta do it again.
Why would you go for that? He literally told you, I'm going to go for this option. He did it 5 times in a row. Why would you go and free for a 6th? It worked. And look at the press that's already going up. The hit stun. Oh, sorry, again. This again, a 7th time.
These Pikmin are actually need all the help in the world. They're all being hospitalized. Back air. He is trying to go for a high recovery at this point. He's forced to go right below the ledge. You see these backers coming in. He's at 156. He's got race to work with it. Like you said, Olimar is light.
Olimar's going to die in this direction. Better getting a jump. Just land. Oh, Blue Forever like this. Blue Forever. 3. Oh, SHUTON in such an aggressive and oppressive way. Good job for Blue Forever here representing UK, avenging Rapload 3-0 beforehand. This is the time of Bloom, ladies and gentlemen. Bloom, Bloom, Bloom.
Crowd rallying behind the young legends, making Mama Bloom proud, jumping. He deserves it. He deserves it. Matchup knowledge, by the way. Me Brawler. Put the Bayonetta away. It's the Me Brawler. Not only dealing with SHUTON of all players, his Olimar, his Pyra and Mithra.
I don't know what to say. He just did everything SHUTON did to Raplock beforehand. He was there to finish all the options in the first 2 games. And when finally Olimar was out, after one stock you could feel already SHUTON getting exhausted. And those landing in the shield of Blue Forever was fatal every time. I think he got hit by that up B or at least 10 times in the last game.
That up B covers so much out of shield. And we were highlighting True Shoryu being a scary option when you're landing around Asimo space. That up B from Me Brawler, and then you wonder why? I'm too scared to put these characters in my roster. What the heck? That was actually insane.
You can see already now. Yeah, SHUTON now. And the whole crowd is cheering now for Bloom Forever. And I was scared of this because Bloom works a lot with the crowd with him. He's been doing well when there was a UK crowd behind him. And now he just won the heart of the whole French crew. He's in the French dimension, but we're going to have an interview. Again, I
お客の皆さんもシュートンさんのプレーが見れてとても喜んでいますし、でスタッフのみんなも来てくれて嬉しいです。そして世界級のプレイヤーとして
I think again he's expressing the support of the whole French crew for all the players we have here, because we talked about it. As soon as the last French player was there, we were going for the favorite character. He finally just said it. Arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you very much. And we are going to lose SHUTON to the French dimension again. Third, I think that's the third, Japanese player we have.
Yeah, that's 3 at the moment. Vanish alongside Asimo, Ken. Now SHUTON's going to join them. Gonna be